Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be making this Easter spring. I kind of think it's shabby chic looking wreath, and I started with this. I'm going to say this is probably a 14-inch wreath form. I would have used something smaller, and I have some, but I just can't find them right now. And I had started out, I was going to wrap that's a burlap with that lace on it. Got that at Walmart a long time ago. I was just going to wrap it, but it got kind of bulky in places, and so, and then I didn't know if I'd have enough if I did it that way. I have more of this also, but I don't know where it is. So then I decided to just cut it and attach it that way, and I'm cutting it at about 5.5 inches. I think I need a new, some new blades for my rotary cutter because it wasn't wanting to do the trick. But I just attached that with zip ties, going through it in the back. Make sure it's, nice and tight or taut. Because that was another thing with the wrapping. I could tell that I probably wasn't going to have, I was going to be shy, some wrapping it around. But there were going to, where it curves and everything, it was going to be hard to get it to be even and not bulky. So I'm taking the long zip ties, and I always have a problem remembering that you have to put it in to where the it's the flat side up there at the top, and it's easy to forget that. Otherwise it won't zip, it won't tie. I think that's really pretty burlap, and I've seen it, like I said, I've had that a long time, but I have seen it at Walmart. I think at least our Walmart has it all the time. And preferably I would have used like maybe a 12-inch. That's a pretty big little chicken, whatever that I'm going to put on it. But I still think that it would be better with a smaller wreath frame. But when we went through where all my crafts were here not long ago, a lot of things got taken back out and put in storage, and I'm pretty sure that's where my other wreath forms are. I think you can get 10-inch ones at, is it 10-inch? I know Dollar Tree has these ginormous ones. But 10 and 12 are usually what I would prefer to work with. It's cold here today. Well, it's been cold, but whew, it goes right through you. And I started cutting out t-shirts. I made a video showing how to cut out like the sleeves, because you have to do that first. I washed all my t-shirts, and I don't have one of those clear cutting things like template, so I'm going to have to make one. And I'm hoping, but I'm almost positive. I wasn't wanting to do 15-inch squares, but it looks like that's what I'm going to have to do, because some of my shirts, because of what was on them, I got men's shirts, and I like them big, and the graphic on it is large, so It's looking like I might have to do 15 inches. I'm going to try not to, but I thought I made a video just showing how to, or a clip showing how to cut out the sleeves. And you cut out the sleeves, and then up at the shoulders and the collar, and then you just flip it around, and then you separate it from the back, unless it's one that you're wanting to use. You have something on the back and the front. So I made a video showing that, and then I'm just working on cutting the rest of them. I cut several to be able to get to the point where I determine the size and make the template to cut them out for the t-shirt quilt. But I got my batting, I got my interfacing, fusible interfacing. It's pre-cut, and they're 15-inch squares. But that's going to be the longest process, I think, is the part of cutting all the sleeves out of the shirts and the collar and getting them ready, and then doing the actual cutting out, and then ironing on the interfacing, doing all of that. But I'll make a video once I get to that point of determining the size of the template, and I'll make a video showing how to cut the shirts, how to determine the size, and then cutting the blocks, and then attaching the interfacing, or you iron it on. So I'm just making sure that I get that really tight. I have some over there in the corner, you might can see a little bit of it, poly burlap, that's darker pink with a lighter pink. And I had thought about using that and doing like a poof method. But I know I only have one roll of that, so I'm going to have to find a smaller frame for that. So you just do that to the rest of it's 5.5 inches is what I measured. And this little chick I got at the dollar store a couple of years ago. And I just thought he was so cute. He, she, whatever it is. And I contemplated wiring him because he has a wire bar. But instead, I pull out the hot glue gun. It's just a little 3-dimensional, or two, I don't know, metal chick. And I thought he was so cute. I had forgotten I had him. Her, him, whatever it is. It's pink, so I guess I should be calling it a him, her. I don't know. And it has some raised up. It's texturized. Like, I had to put more glue in my glue stick. So I'm just hot gluing him on there. I'll take some and put on the feet as well. And now I have these little eggs, little styrofoam eggs, and I think they came from the dollar store as well. I won't swear to it. It could have been Dollar Tree, but I think it was dollar store. And I'm just going to make clusters of those and place them, glue them down. I think I do 4, just different colors. And they're rolling all over the place on me. But I'm just trying to see if that'll look and where to put them. Dollar store has some really cute stuff, and I didn't even know they had a dollar owl net. Well, yeah, it's like a dollar owl, where instead of whatever price it would be, they have a, I guess it's kind of like the Target dollar spot, which I rarely go to a Target anymore since there isn't one close to me. But we have dollar stores every corner, it seems like. I think just in this community we have 4 or 5 dollar stores. We don't have anything else, but we got the dollar stores. We don't have any Dollar Trees. I wish they would trade out one of the dollar stores for a Dollar Tree. I heard some Dollar Trees are charging like $1.25 now. I don't know. It's been a while since I was at the one over. I actually go to one that's in another state that we're close to because it's like the closest one. So I'm just taking those and I'm putting them in bundles of 4 and going on around. I'm using my scissors to measure. I don't know why. It's like dirt. Because I thought I had a measuring tape there close by, but I didn't. And with my glue guns plugged up here in my computer thingy, I'm kind of sandwiched in here. We're supposed to get snow, but we were supposed to get snow this weekend too, but we didn't. And I don't think this one's going to hit us either. I hope not, because I have to go out of town to a neurosurgeon this week, and before I do that, I have to go out of town to go pick up my disc, the copy of my disc, to be able to take, of my MRI, to take with me. Of course, main roads will be taken care of pretty easy, but the cold didn't used to affect me like this, and now I guess I'm just old. So now I've put all of those on, and I'm going to attempt to make, oh, I don't even know why I mess with that raffia, whatever it is. I hate that stuff. It hates me. And I have these two ribbons, and what I end up doing is, because I don't know if it'll let me cut it out. For some reason, I can't figure out how to cut out in the middle of a video. I can the ends or the beginning. I can trim it, but yeah, I should have just stuck that on there. I tried to make it like a shabby chic bow, and every time I mess with raffia, I'm just, the dog's trying to eat it. You may see her come here because I have it everywhere. But I was taking that plus that white. Neither of those ribbons are wire edged, so I know I can't make like a bow with them. It's like Rapunzel's hair. I mean, this stuff is a nightmare. So I don't know what I'm doing here. I end up not doing this, but I do add a little bit of it, but I had a whole bunch of it, and when they roll it up like that, it makes it kind of hard to deal with. They roll it up and they tie it, but I take some of that ribbon, the white ribbon. See me I'm just looking at it. I'm like, really? What am I going to do with this? Because it's bent. But I try taking some little strips. I cut strips of that. That's a pretty ribbon. I like it. It's silky, and it doesn't, you really can't form a bow out of it. I've got to get some new scissors. I got like 3 pair there. And none of them are worth a hoot. So I first think, okay, I'll do this. And then I cut some of the pink. Then I cut it in strips. And that pink almost has a velvety, it has little flowers on it. I think it's pretty too, but it's not wired edged either. So I get smart and use my rotary cutters. But you can't, so they're the same width. You can't see them. But see, I wish I could just ditch this part. But I don't know how. So much for precision. Oh man. I see, yeah, no. So then I cut this one. I end up using them. I mean, the cut strips, but I don't use that big old whatever that is conglomerate of raffia. Is it raffia? Raffia? I don't know. People should just pack that in their pocket for a fire starter. That and a lighter. My husband was given this thing for Christmas from his daughter, and it had it was like one of those all-in-one tool things. And he was asking my son, he's like, "Do you know how to use this fire starter thing?" I was like, "Yeah, you'd pack a lighter." I don't know why they don't just put a lighter in those. So I do end up using that. But then I make another, just kind of loops of a bow with both of those ribbons. And putting it up there at the top. Yeah, that stuff would make a really good fire starter. But at this point, it's all over the place. It's on the floor. My dog's trying to eat it. I'm like, only if she would take, like, when she has medicine that well. That's what I need to do, is just drop it on the floor and tell her not to get it. But she's smart. I try to hide it in bread, and she'll get all the way around it, spit the pill out, and I'm like, really? Yeah. But honestly, I would use a smaller frame for something like this, because it's a little bit big. Oh no, what am I going to do now? I forgot. No, 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 no. What are you doing? No, no. Forget that. I think I do, but we'll see. Oh, no, I didn't. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. And with that big old wreath, I'm just out of frame. I'm pretty sure that's a 14-inch. And they would be ideal if you were using like um, a lot of different meshes, or like doing the bubble but they are not good for a lot of projects. I have no idea what I'm doing here, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this is just where I'm showing. I started crocheting again, even though I don't think my hands are going to do it. So I asked my husband if he knew anybody really, really tall that needed a scarf, because I've had carpal tunnel surgery in the right, and this was bothering right and left. So I just wanted to show you.